Hello and welcome to my heads up for the week ahead. Now, last week we were in Uranus country, but we're in a very different place this week. This week is all about Jupiter. And if you think about Jupiter as a planet for a minute, it's the largest planet in the solar system. It has a huge red spot. And we might like to think of it as the jolly red giant when we come to think of it in astrological terms. All good things lie in the realm of Jupiter. Success, optimism, expansion, growth, joy, all those great Jupiter words. But of course, as I never tire of saying, in anything astrology, there's always a downside. And when we look at the downside to Jupiter, instead of growth, we get inflation. Instead of generosity, we get profligacy and excess. And instead of that kind of positive thinking that Jupiter inspires, we get over optimism, a very unrealistic set of possibilities. Now, the reason that Jupiter is center stage this week is twofold. First is forging beautiful links to the Sun and Venus in Leo. So if it's your birthday this week, then that will be an imprint in your year ahead. And so the year ahead will contain some very expansive moments, and it could be a year in which you do a lot of things, maybe travel a lot, maybe do more things, add to your bank of skills. There'll be a reason why the next 12 months will be rather special. But also when I think about, why Jupiter is special this week, it's because of its turning from retrograde to direct. It's actually stationary. And when a planet is stationary, it's super powerful. So we could just say the good things will be off the wall good, and the bad things will be equally as great. Let's put it that way. Now, if you have a birthday somewhere around the 4th and 5th of any month, Jupiter is affecting you at the moment, but it's affecting most of all in that 4th or 5th birthday group, the Pisceans, the Virgoans, the Geminians, and the Sagittarians. Jupiter is about halfway through the sign of Sagittarius, and it has another 4 months to go in this same sign. So it's a landmark year for many Sagittarians and also for the signs I've just mentioned, in the sense of beginning new projects, especially those projects that have a long timeline attached to them. The seeds you plant in a Jupiter year, whether Jupiter is in your sign, whether Jupiter is in the sign it is in your the time of birth, and I'll tell you what years that would be. It's a time to plant seeds with the expectation that they will flourish over the next few years. Now, you would have been born with Jupiter in Sagittarius if you were born in 1995, 1983, 1971, 1960, 1948, 1936, and you can go back every 12 years or so. And that means that you're in a Jupiter return year. So the year will hold something remarkable to it, in the sense of something remarkably good. You're going to be happy about something. Maybe that's already happened, but let's not forget there are 4 more months to go. And yes, and I would encourage you to have the courage to take a leap of faith, because that's all it takes sometimes to build our dreams. So we're also cautious and worried about so many things, but when we make a leap of faith in a Jupiter year, then we're usually successful. Now, for everybody else, if you can't relate to those Jupiter years, or whether you're a Sagittarian or whatever, you can go back to the year 2007, because that's the last time Jupiter was in Sagittarius. And you may be able to think about that 12-month period and recall that there was something about that 12 months that was very significant. So that will tell you something about why it's going to be significant for you this year too. You won't get an identical experience, you never do, but if you think about the flavor, the area of life in which that great event occurred, then the potential for that to occur again, a different situation, of course, a different coat of colors, then that will be something to really focus on. What we need most of all when Jupiter is as strong as it is this week is to have a very positive attitude to things. It makes a huge difference when we look at things positively. When we count our blessings, yes, our problems may not have disappeared, but they get into a better context. We can see things in a better context. So thank you for listening. And you can, of course, get your individual forecast, your sun sign forecast on my site, or you can listen to my audio. Otherwise, I will see you next week on this video channel. In the meantime, have a jolly Jupiter week. Bye for now.